Hello, Wrexham fans. Is everything okay? I hope so, because today's video is unmissable. A Chelsea gem could be joining the team, and an old friend of the fans could be returning. But hey, before I tell you everything in detail, like and subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any news about the Red Dragons. And together we'll reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. Now, let's get to the latest hot news from Wrexham AFC. Have you noticed that Wrexham's squad is a real mix of styles? There are young players full of potential, and also veterans who have experienced everything in football. This combination is working. And if there's one thing that coach Phil Parkinson likes, it's experience. The proof. The arrival of striker J. Rodriguez in the last transfer window, in January. A bold bet, which divided opinions among fans. But tell me the truth. With everything Parkinson has done for the club in recent years, can you doubt him? Hard, right? And if you think it's over, it's only just beginning. This summer, Wrexham have been linked with several big names, but one of the team's recent highlights is the young goalkeeper Arthur Okonkwo, just 23 years old. Hired permanently from Arsenal last year, he's shining so much that people are already saying he's one of the best young goalkeepers in the entire Football League. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. In a recent interview with the Amanpour and Company program, the club's community director, Humphrey Kerr, revealed his affection for the player, and even joked about the possibility of seeing Okonkwo being signed by Real Madrid. He quotes him, "Arthur is young, has incredible potential, and is already a fantastic player. He has everything to build a long history here at the club, if we can keep him, of course." And do you know who bet on him from the beginning? Manager Phil Parkinson himself. He said in a recent episode of the series Welcome to Wrexham that he was the one who convinced the club's owners, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, to invest in the goalkeeper. He said, "I told them both, if you have to invest in a player, invest in Arthur. He'll have a lot of clubs chasing him, but he's worth every penny." Now, fans, let's talk about a name that needs no introduction. Paul Mullin. Do you remember the impact he had when he arrived at Wrexham? Well, he became a modern legend of the club. But the situation is very different now, and you might not even know what's happening. Come back with me to 2021. Mullin was flying high. He had just scored 32 goals in League Two for Cambridge United. Everyone thought he would rise in his career. But no. He made a surprising decision. He dropped down a division to play for Wrexham. A bold move that changed the recent history of the club. But why did he do it? In an interview, Mullin himself said, Rob McElhenney, one of the club's owners, called him personally. According to Mullin, he was still in doubt about accepting the challenge, until Rob shared the full ambition of the project. And that was enough. Mullin said, "When he told me the plans for the club and for me, I was excited. I had to come. He really convinced me." And look, he really did convince. Mullin shone in the Wrexham shirt and became a key player in this new era. But then last season came, and everything changed. Mullin had a difficult year. He scored just 3 goals in 26 games in League One and, from the middle of the season onwards, he practically disappeared from the team. Manager Phil Parkinson even commented on this, saying that there was a lot of competition in attack. But some say that the physical problems with his back also had a big impact on this drop in performance. And here we need to pause and think, how is it possible that a recent idol, who was a key player in the club's rise, was left aside so quickly? Wrexham has grown so much in a short space of time, and that comes at a price. Mullin, who was a symbol of this rebuilding, now seems to be out of the plans for the future. It's sad, but it's true. According to rumors, Wigan Athletic are interested in signing the player. And the most surprising thing, Wrexham may even release Mullin for free, just to make room in the squad during this summer's busy transfer window. If you're watching, tell me, how do you feel about seeing Mullin in this situation? Does he deserve this quiet exit after everything he's done for the club? Comment below. Your opinion is very important. Regardless of what happens, one thing is certain. Paul Mullin will leave as a legend. And this story, with all its ups and downs, just shows how Wrexham has changed, and how quickly things can happen in football. Stay tuned because there's more bombshell news in the video. Let's move on to the next one. Now hold on tight. The summer transfer window is about to start, and things are already heating up at Wrexham. There's less than a week to go until the official start of the window, and the club has already been warned, they'll need to sign at least 6 reinforcements after their long-awaited promotion to the Championship. Get this, they're talking about over £40 million available to spend. That's right, £40 million. Can you imagine the kind of player that could come with that kind of money? And one of the names that started to circulate heavily in recent days is well known to the fans. Want a spoiler? He's already worn the Red Dragons shirt in the past. And there are a lot of people wanting to see him return. We're talking about Danny Ward. Leicester City recently announced that they'll be letting the goalkeeper go after the club's relegation to the Championship. And guess what? Wrexham fans went wild on social media, calling for Ward's return to the racecourse ground. Just look at what they're saying. He'd be an excellent signing for Wrexham, in my opinion. At Wrexham FC. Wrexham. That's the buzzer for a Wrexham signing. And some even said, Danny Ward will come back, save a penalty from our new number 9, and will win in the Championship opener, live on Sky. See, the fans are really excited about this possibility. And with good reason. For those who don't remember, Danny Ward is a homegrown player. Born in Wrexham, he started his career at the club back in 2010. Even before the whole Hollywood era with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, Ward was already shining here. In 2012, he was sold to Liverpool for just £100,000, according to BBC Sport. Since then, he's had a lot of success. He was runner-up in the Europa League with Liverpool and won the FA Cup with Leicester. Not bad, right? But his last season wasn't his best. Ward was substituted at halftime after conceding 3 goals in Leicester's 4-0 win over Newcastle. A tough game, no doubt. But could a reunion with Wrexham be the fuel he needs to turn things around? Comment below. Your opinion might even reach the club's owners. Who knows, maybe it'll help, huh? And don't leave it at that, because there's more hot news coming soon. Let's go. Now pay attention, because this part is crucial for the future of Wrexham's attack. Since Phil Parkinson took over, the club has not used the loan market very well. In fact, there has only been one name coming from the Premier League on loan in recent years, Arthur Okonkwo. But now it's a different story. We're in the Championship, a new level, with more visibility and more opportunities. And this could open the door for the arrival of elite young talents, on temporary deals that could make all the difference in the season. And let's be real, with Stephen Fletcher's departure, Wrexham's attack needs reinforcements. Sam Smith even managed to deliver good numbers in 2024-25, but if we want to fight at the top, we need more firepower. Do you agree? And that's where a name that has been attracting a lot of attention comes in, Donnell McNeely, the jewel of Chelsea. Have you heard of him? If not, write this name down, because he could be the next to shine in the Red Dragons jersey. Born in London and trained at Chelsea, McNeely is a natural striker. At just 18 years old, he already has an incredible record in the youth ranks, 34 goals and 9 assists in 43 games for the under-18 team. That's right. After that, he moved up to the under-21s, where he also did not disappoint. 19 goals and 2 assists in 43 games. And the 2024-25 season? It was even better. McNeely is simply the top scorer in the Premier League too. Isn't he the kind of reinforcement that Wrexham should urgently seek? Bringing a talent like that on loan would be a masterstroke, especially now that we are at a higher level and need to make strategic choices. So tell me, do you think Donnell McNeely would fit well in Wrexham's attack? Comment below with your opinion. Let's get this conversation going in the comments. And hey, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you very much for following all the news. Do you approve of this possible signing? So leave a like to support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and activate the bell so you don't miss anything about the Red Dragons. Until next time, let's go together.